Are we ready for love? That's really the question. It's more that than does love exist? Because the moment you're really ready, love does show up. So, what does it mean to be ready? This is Eve's Eden show. Welcome home to Eden. My name's Eve Christoph, and I'm your love life muse. So, we're checking into this. Are we ready? Okay. So, the thing about the readiness is it's actually like, are you ready to disappoint the one you love? Are you ready to be ugly in front of the person you want the most to feel attracted to you? Are you ready to let go of your ego personas and drop into authenticity so they can know you? Are you ready to expose your heart, to stay in your truth, be yourself? Are you ready to stay firm about who you are, what you stand for, why you're here, to make sure this person you're attracting is resonant and relevant and compatible? Because if you're gonna shift around and try to make yourself always beautiful and hide your worst and what you think is your worst, which is actually your grit, your root system, it's not your worst. It's just intense that we come in with these checks and balances, like everybody's got these balances of who they are that are, on one hand, you got the most, never mind. Let's go back to being ready for love. Okay, so being ready for love, that's a whole different video, sorry. The being ready for love thing is like, can you shed this sadness, this loneliness? Are you willing to step into togetherness? Could you handle giving up some of your habits and your little consistencies and the ways it's all set up to serve you right now where you don't have to think of anybody else? Could you let go of some of that and try a whole new thing? But are you ready to stand up to the one you love and say, but hey, this is as far as I go. Like, I can't give up my creative time. I can't give up my meditation in the morning. I can't give up that man cave time where I've got to recenter, because that's the other scary thing is about, are we ready for love? Is if we're still in the place of like contorting for love, in other words, lying, and say, oh, I'll sacrifice this, I'll sacrifice everything, I'll move away and I'll give up my life path and just for love, because love's more important, I'll leave my family. But no wonder you're blocking love, because, and not actually ready, because you're equating it with giving up everything about who you are that's really going well. So to be ready for love means being ready for the battle with family, where some people like you and some people don't, and you've got to introduce a new person maybe to your child, and they're going to be competitive. Are you ready to stand in the love for yourself, love for your child, and also say to the new person coming in, look, I don't give up this particular time with my child. I've got to do this to be in balance with my life path. So it's like, are you ready for love? It's like, are you ready for the battle? But it's not supposed to be the battle of egos, the battle of power struggle. See, that's when you come into the whole thing through hiding, manipulating, contorting to get something, then you end up really resentful, and then it's a power struggle and a battle that's really that drama department that people are always saying, I don't do drama. Oh yeah? Well, good, because it doesn't help. But the real drama that you do want to do is the story of your life, to play your part as you, the part you came into, the guy, the woman you always wanted to be, to stand firmly in her, allows that resonant field to come towards you of the person who wants what you got, who aligns with what you have and where you're going, and the way you're going, like how you move through life, right? How do you move? It's all about the way we travel, right? That is the actual journey. So are you moving in grace? Are you moving in chaos? If you're ready for love, you're going to set up this whole new blessing in a way that it's organized It's got grace, it's got alignment, and it takes all of you into account, and it takes all of them into account. It's actually paving a path for their happiness, because you can see all of these alignments that you've been looking for your whole life. You've been looking for these sacred alignments, and you know you fit into them perfectly. And this is a seamless pattern of a Persian magic carpet because the patterns fit together, right? So don't do the unmagic one. When you think you're ready and you're not, is when you're full of fear and you're denying because you're not ready for standing up for yourself, standing up for others, standing up for everyone in the situation. Don't let them kowtow either. Don't let them go like, oh yeah, I'll give up my, my morning routine or this class that I love to teach so that I can have more time with you. Don't. What you've got to do, though, since it is about sacrifice and it is about changing your life, is you basically say yes to the love, and then let all the details sort themselves out in the palm of the universe's hand. So it's once you're saying yes to the love, and I am ready for all those subtleties, to be that vulnerable, to be the one who looks horrible in the middle of the night to my lover because my hair is all crap and my face is a smush, and I don't want to have to be seen that way by the one I love, but I'm ready to be that humble, that have the humility of gratitude, of closeness, that got to hug all night because I gave up my need to look beautiful all the time. Now what you're doing is you're like, I trust this incredible, amazing sensation of the sensuality, of the heart connection. I trust the sensation of the yes my heart is in. And there are all these details that I have to fight for and stay firm and strong about, but I don't have to know how, and I don't have to force anything. We do need to be ready to let things go in order to flow into each other's lives. Let things go. So the job is to not give up your core path needs, but to look for what's not serving you anymore. Look for what has been done for a long time. What's been actually boring, and you're just doing it by rote because you got some ego wrapped up into it, or habits. What is there that's actually ready to die for the new birth of this great being coming into your life? Are you ready? Because if you can start getting ready, love will come right away. It's really our non-readiness, our fear of how we will betray ourselves or others, that keeps us from finding the great soulmate. So much love to you, so much joy. I believe in your path and your passion and your ability, and just get humble. Just get willing to love them more than you love yourself without giving up yourself. Get ready for unconditional love that surpasses your vanity, surpasses the way you wrote the script that it was supposed to go. Oh, I'm not going to get with anybody until my child is this age, or until I am married, or what you say. Are we really allowed to just say no to love when it comes because we want it different, we want it better, because we say we're not ready? I mean, because that's the other thing. If you really are ready, but now you're getting picky, like with the the gift horse in the mouth thing, like, it is the exact horse, the exact woman I always prayed for, or man, but he's too tall, or she's too, brazen, or they don't live near me. Do you really think that when you've prayed for years and years, and that great love shows up where you feel heart-centered, awakened in love, like that's the one thing is the actual heart connection and the chemistry, the hot chemistry. You can't fake those. You can design the perfect person to fit into your cookie cutter picture, but if you don't have love for them and they don't love you and you don't have chemistry, the whole thing is so flat, so empty, so dead. So this is the other thing people are doing. The love comes. It comes. It's not that it's not there. It's that when it comes, the people are so so demanding, so entitled, and so presumptive that it'll come again, that people are replaceable. There's only a certain amount of really deep soulmates in this life you get to meet. You don't have that long here, and you have to have a number of relationships usually that are disasters in order to learn certain really important soul lessons. And those disasters set you up so that you can have real love, because now you know what love is, and now you know what it isn't, and now you know your own worst tendencies and what to, overcome in yourself and not do again. So, do you really think you get to just say, I want it better, I want it different, I want it at another time, go away, come back later, or go wait for me? No, there is this thing about jumping through the portal when the person arrives. And if you cannot do that, you're lying to yourself, because you can. You are more ready than you realize, but the readiness, it's really about not being used to incredible joy. It's not like not being used to fun. It's not being used to togetherness. It's like this whole belief that we're supposed to have so much time alone to prove that we can. So I can make it on my own because I'm so strong, because I've met myself, and I don't. You are gonna learn so much more in loving relationship. You know how much you learned in non-loving relationship. You learned a lot. But in loving relationship, you learn so much more. Everything in the whole planet becomes more available to you. Everything becomes softer and more open and porous in your brain and your heart, so you can receive more of life, of learning, of intellect, of arts. You will thrive. So the fear of the unknown, of joy, our imaginations are so limited when it comes to bliss. You have the whole movie theater story going on about all the troubles and the villains and everything. In the end, they write up happily ever after, because they don't have the creativity to write the story about the happily ever after. Nobody does. They don't spend the time on it. But you've got to trust that once you enter that story, you're going to be in some supreme creative territory, because you're going to need to keep it going. And you're going to want to think of amazing things to say and to do and to be and to try and to allow and to surrender into. Okay, so we're going to have like another video coming up, something about true love tantra. I'm working on it, but I got to get help from my soulmate to do it right for you. Okay, love. Much love. Love life. Just allow the whole concept of being ready for love to be a little different than you had it before. And here you go. Here you go. Here it comes. All right.